right? Is it him?
Cade's got a select.
I thought RO2K was drafting.
Yeah, he is. Oh, RO2K is drafting.
Yeah, I think he sits in the middle and nobody else gets to say. And it's not quite as brutal as that, but he is drafting.
You mean like a VP? Coach plus Ramses. I wonder what CNC would want to play here. There's like no more mid heroes.
Weird.
Huskar Stone. And they're gonna ban Huskar. Like Huskar actually poops on all of them. Because they don't have the outspam, right? Like Vici has to fight, and if you can beat them in the fight and you have a Huskar.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, they got this weird no stun lineup. It's always spooky. What I'm just wondering is like how easy it's gonna be for this Morphling to farm game, like in laning stage. It depends on whether he gets a good mid lane or not. Yeah, no, but even let's say he would go safe lane with this Morphling. Like what would they put an Underlord Phoenix against him? Like that wouldn't stop him, right? Like he would just farm. Underlord Phoenix is quite strong in like regards of harassing and shutting you down though, right? But like the aura can't really last it anymore.
Yeah, you get a lot of damage. It's just because they don't have a support hero to guarantee protect them.
Yeah, they could like Undying right here or something. Huskar Ben.
Yeah.
And I picked the monkey.
Oh, so now Underlords.
Was it confirmed morph mid then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they can technically counter that.
Oh man, Monkey King
what would you pick
versus
though?
Underlord.
They need something with a stun, man. What would you pick here to there's like only a Storm that has stun, right? Storm versus Morphling mid, that's like, oof, that's a rough one. Yeah, great. What about Ember? Ember is not great. Yeah, they have the Templar, I think.
5 seconds
but then
then the Batrider too, but it's I mean it's probably support.
Yeah. I mean it has to be something. Yeah.
Oh, they've no.
They just win lanes since Horizon Snowball, I guess. Again. Yeah, I mean this time at least they'll get Hexes, they have a TB. Let's see what they pick. Yeah, you definitely need to have a good matchup. Go for Storm again. This scares me so much. I mean, what's the super opposite would pick Storm probably because wow, we need stuns, guys. What's a good CCNC hero? I mean, it is an amazing Storm game if you get to the lane. If you get to start at 10 minutes with farm. Yeah, I mean, at least the lineup is not as weird or bad as last time.
They're only disabled of Mallet.
And Phoenix Egg Explosion, friend.
Yeah. Well, there were two things you wanted to see. One was team fight. They've got that.
They got some of it, yeah.
And the other one was stuns, which...
Yeah. And the heroes are good.
So
their heroes are really good. I just don't see how they do the lanes here. Maybe the Dazzle is strong enough. Like, Dazzle actually can like make a bat. Like, it's not easy to play bat versus Dazzle. So it's a position 4 Enigma and a 5 Brew.
5 Brew,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, because this... How would they do it, though? They need some stacks for the Storm, so you can catch up later. I actually think draft-wise this game can go either way, but VG is just better for me. I'll be a VG boy. Yeah, I don't understand the lanes well enough, so I'm just gonna go with Vici. I think the Morphling has a good game here.
No stun, yeah, no stun for Morphling. Or he's gonna do really one whatever, either matchup versus Spirit or versus Underlord. I think that's the beauty of their lineup. Look, I saw TI top 2. This Monkey King versus Storm, he dominated.
Okay, a clean sweep as far as the predictions are concerned then. But it's not up to them, of course. It's up to the players. So let's head back to our commentators for our second game. Gents, are you all on board with the Vici gaming train as well?
Well, I think paiN have a stronger lineup this time.
Better, isn't it?
It is better, but would you say it's just as reliant on getting out of the laning stage successfully?
You gave Ritsu Terrorbladed. That's literally all you have to do. That's all I said. You give him a hard carry, you hope he carries you. I think it's a better chance to. I think it's a good TB game, probably not, but at least you gave yourself a chance.
Yeah, it's better for them, this lineup, that's for sure. All right, gents, enjoy the game.
Thank you,
You
sir.
too.
All right, let's get into it. Grant, we have an exciting one here. It's elimination match now for paiN. They have to get a win here if they want to stay alive. Vici Gaming are looking ahead of this, I'm sure. They're like, we get a win here, we can take a little bit of a break and prepare for the main stage. So, that said, let's get into it right now as we get underway. Some intriguing pickups, Grant. So, you know, between games, we were kind of being not critical, but we were like talking quite a bit about Vici's support and his Bane play, DY. He always has an intriguing build with Bane.
Yeah,
right?
he's interesting. He maxes out Nightmare almost every time. I think last game went 0-3-3 as well. It's just it's strange. In this game, we're going to see his brew. Now, going from a Bane to a brew, you have a lot to do as a brew. I mean, you have to do well in the laning phase. You actually have to be able to use your ulti. I'm honestly curious to see how he plays this. I think this will decide, like, if DY is just, you know, this guy plays 5, or if he is that, like, super high skill type of player.
Yep.
I'm
and
curious.
It's a delicate lane to be against as well. You don't really want to let the Terrorblade kind of roll out of control and get some sort of free snipe kills on your casual support in the lane. So it's something we're going to keep an eye on. Shout out to that man right there. We got Wepas sporting the obs. Yep. So handsome.
Oh, what a guy. But I have a bad... The thing is, like they said, this is a good Storm game past 10, 15 minutes if he has items. And Monkey King versus Storm, this Storm is... I mean, it's going to get worse. I think CCNC is a very good Storm player, but this is not a matchup you ever want to play.
Yeah, is it just simply because of the Jingu mastery and the ridiculous swatting early on?
Yeah, and your range. Because of Monkey King's range, he actually doesn't care about those static remnants as much as other melee players. Like, you can't harass him. Like, look at it. Oh, he eats it right there, but he ran back into it. That's on him.
Should be a pretty smooth lane for the Ori experience. CCNC has to find a way to get himself to that level 6 and support at least the extra bit of mobility. Lane, it's a lot of stacks for the Underlord, obviously, when you're going against the Bat Rider. It's going to be a little bit of headache there.
Yeah, he has the stick, but I'm still just worried. Like, a Bat Rider versus... You never want to go early Pit of Malice, like, as an Underlord. Like, he's just going to get 5 or 6 stacks, and he has to leave the lane. Like, he has to wait for it to reset, or he's just going to get dove. That is such a hard lane for Underlord. And usually he's a lane dominator, and I don't think he's going to dominate this lane.
Plus, you have the denies coming in. Fade on the other side with that Enigma a bit.
Yep,
the lane is already way pushed forward in their favor. We saw bottom before, Ritsu already committing that first Metamorph. He bullied back DY out of the lane, got some extra bit of farm for himself. Not really kind of taken over and control quite yet.
Yep, it is fun to watch it, Paparazzi versus Ritsu, because I know Ritsu says Paparazzi is the guy he, like, molds his play after, so... Obviously, Morphling pretty damn good versus TB. That's why you saw him, right? They first picked this TB, and then with their next pick, they just instantly take the Morphling. You don't care that you're showing a Morphling. You're fine with that matchup.
As a support brew, do you think you get any value in getting Drunken Haze early just to kind of mix up onto the core so that they can't get the last hits? Or is it all just going for, you know, 10 strike clicks and Thunderclap? I guess Thunderclap for
just
now.
Run at him. Yeah. Ooh, some random plays kind of going on top. Well, they're going on bottom. Getting a lot of damage. And we didn't talk Reflection plus Shadow, Poison Touch, not too bad. Just keeps proccing it over and over. And top lane actually, Flea will get the pull. He actually bullied. The Enigma went to body block it with his own body, and he just kept eating directly. He's like, I got to get out of here. And the Flea does a good job. You have to pull this lane back versus Enigma.
Yeah.
We see at the Sentry, because Enigma's going to destroy your lane. But if you stop this Bat Rider from getting a few creeps, it's not too bad.
Pull through, but of course the Bat Rider's there to kind of intercept a bit. Yang wants to force Flea off from this lane equilibrium, but that does mean that 40R can kind of do his own CS game. It's under the tower, but he is going to be able to creep in some good last hits. Lots of right-click power available on your Underlord, of course. Get it done.
See, Yang, he's just Bat rides away, gets 2 full waves, and pretty easy. I'll be honest, Storm is doing okay middle. I mean, he's had to commit a lot of his regen, but now the Monkey King, this is straight up bully. That's what I actually don't know what Storm does now. It's so hard.
Yeah. Chews through a mango and just has to kind of take it for what it is at the time being. I don't suspect any sort of early rotations that are going to be available to CCNC to help bail him out of this one. We'll have to see if he can muscle his way through it as it stands right now. 40R, or DY rather, eating a lot of damage there in the bottom lane. It's going to be a full step off for the time being.
When he gets the Sentry. And eats it up, so that opens their pull-up, and pulls are so important. I remember for a while, like, not even maybe last patch, it's like, people just weren't even doing pulls anymore, it's just all the laning phase, and nowadays, with these dual lanes, you have to get the D-ward. If you miss a D-ward, oh, DY though.
DY.
One more
trouble. And does go down. That Poison Touch, the Flash and Cosmo, it's so good.
Yeah, man, I'm so glad people are getting poisoned again. This is a nasty ability, especially with the fact it can be permanent, technically. I mean, if you have unlimited health, it's permanent. Obviously, no one does, but I'm just saying, if they did.
Working real well. The second he gets those 2 points into the Poison Touch, he's happy to kind of flex it onto the lane, and we see its potency there.
Yep. And all right, middle lane's just over. Monkey King actually just finds a regen rune, and he is a full level above the Storm now. This is real rough stuff here. CCNC's actually doing decent. He is 18-4. That is not too shabby for this lane, but he's sparing out a lot of regen.
Yeah, it's costing him quite a bit to be able to kind of equalize the CS as best as possible so he can at least hang lots of trades. Obviously, through this bottom lane, anyone hanging within the lane is at risk of eating a huge amount of shadow wave damage, but...
What? You know you have poison on you, right? Like that? He's just getting owned. One more. What? He's dead.
Free money for Ritsu right here if he gets the last hit. All right, DY.
I was nervous. Yeah, his laning phase, I think, even we just find he's so good in that mid to late game, right? We saw that great use of his grip to win that fight for him, but his laning phase definitely feels a lot weaker than pretty much all of their 9 players in this game.
Yeah. Falling victim to it a bit.
Damn.
Step back.
Poison touch. I love watching it work because he was full HP and he just poison touched and right clicked him 6 times and he has 50 HP. That is quite the ability. A nice pull on the siege creep. Full wave actually bottom.
Top diving through. They have 3, now 4 stacks committed on 240 yard. They're looking to take him right under his own tower. Flea does step in, but it's too late to bail out his comrade, and that's going to be a kill. The first kill going the way of Vici Gaming.
Like I said, even with stick, you pop the stick, cool, you get like 200, 250 HP, and then you just die. Because Bat Rider's just going to keep soaring over you, and you're going to have 5 move speed and no turn rate.
He returns back in, tries to wave, but nice quick fortification even, just to ensure this catapult and these creeps get those extra hits onto the tower as well.
Talking about bottom lane, but Yang, a very good lane. That's probably when he's at his best.
These boys are trading. CCNC's level 6 now, and he's going to be taking it to Ori. Can he actually turn this one around and finish him off? He needs a bit more, and it's going to be way too far. Hasted Dazzle shows up, but unfortunately it's just a little too late. But do they see him? Trying to run in. All that happens, there is a commitment towards the top, and they are going to be able to torch up the big guy, serve him up on a skewer, and eat him.
Yep, and oh, nice play there by Ori. He actually boundless strikes Laposa, the Dazzle, who is TPing top. Oh, is he going to hit this? Oh, he does. I thought it missed. One more. He's dead.
Yes, torching him up. Goes down. Good grab from Yang.
Yeah, it is, and a nice play by Ori getting that boundless strike. That is just... I just said Yang's good in the lane phase, but he is showing you why. He is dumpstering this top lane. I mean, it's also the matchup. I mean, Bat Rider versus Underlord will never be... I don't think an Underlord would win that. Even 5K versus 1K player, I think, you know...
Bat's just also notoriously so good against these like melee offlane cores, or any sort of melee matchup.
With no
in the
stuns
lane
as well. Like, he has Pit of Malice. The fact he went Pit of Malice early, like, he has a level 1 Pit of Malice. You don't want to do that on an Underlord, and it doesn't even really do anything. Just feels really rough for
About as relevant as esports awards, really.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Ori back to the mid lane now, but there is trouble coming from behind. Flea with a mild rotation, it would appear. Let's see if they can get their commitments done. Immediate rotation from DY, though, and that's enough for them to 180 themselves out.
Yep. We'll cancel the TP, and Dire did see that because they have the ward. So they know Panda's not here. Yeah, Flea's okay. He's like, wait, that guy just cancels TP. It means they won't have... Well, missed all 3 fire spirits, but they were running out.
Well, they're frisky, though. They're kind of showing Vici that they're trying to draw attention towards this Monkey King lane. 49 and 19, and really nice. 34 and 5 for CCNC, though, as you can do the hang meanwhile bottom lane. They're swinging it out, and they're going to get the grab. It's going to be Laposa finished off. The Dazzle maybe overextending just a slight bit. DY is going to be able to pick up the last hit on that one. Meanwhile, mid lane. Jump for CCNC. He'll be forced to backpedal a bit. Kill potential does not feel as strong for Ori, though he is commanding the lane.
Oh,
they try to turn it back and around. Uphill miss on that one. Slow him down.
Ori, he's playing this so aggressively, but it's working out. Oh, CCNC gets a real lucky rune there. Regen rune for his bottle. He needed that. Because he is losing this lane pretty tough. I mean, he should be. But he's doing a good job of staying in it. He hasn't been forced to go to the jungle yet, and he's still getting CS, so pretty well done by him.
Tag of the shrine here. Freshening things up a bit. So both mid laners kind of stepped away briefly.
You like mineral water? Or sparkling water?
No, thank you. No, I don't like it at all.
Like, isn't the point of a drink to be refreshing? This is the least refreshing thing I've ever drank.
Bubbles.
Yeah. Oh, DY.
Chasing.
You're done, bud.
DY. He's like, I will try to stump you, though. No, not happening. All right, easy advantage, easy pick up there. That was a nice rip.
Yep, thank you. I drip too hard sometimes, but man, I'm trying to see it. The thing is, so they're definitely, VG has won top and middle lane. Bottom lane is reasonably even, but if you're winning 2 lanes and you're going even in your 3rd lane, I'd pretty much call it a 3-lane win. That's how math works.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Well, they get the top tier 1, more money in the bank for beat together. Enigma also could be the silent killer of this game. He scores his level 6 on Blackwell, but mid level. Here comes Dazzle sweeping in from the side, dishing out the poison touch, and Ori is going to unleash his ultimate right now, gets the trap onto CCNC and doesn't manage to get the finish right there.
That's, I know it can't be on purpose. That was a perfectly placed monkey ulti where the fact when he boundless strike the storm, 2 of the guys were hitting him instead of just 1, which got him the kill, so well done. And this is looking rough. This is looking real rough. You have the Ritsu TB, but he's already in the jungle level 6 of this triangle, which could be okay, but oh, Batrider.
Grab, kidnapping, pull back here onto the Dazzle. Burnt on up, waveform forward, and that's going to be the end of it. And I know this doesn't feel like always that huge advantage of picking up the early shallow grave, but without it, obviously, it really stands no chance at all. Jumping in from CCNC, and paiN try to bounce back, but as he goes to the low ground, finds himself in a bit of trouble here. Can he make it about and away? Yes, he can. Has plenty of mana to do so. Barazzi makes his return on over, and it'll segue this into a bit of a push instead.
Yep. No, they will get a little bit of tower damage there. Not too bad from CCNC, because it's a solo kill. Like, it's on the Batrider, and he actually gets a ton of gold and experience from them. I mean, they need Storm and Ritsu, obviously, to have good games. They're the 2 big cores, and I mean, as they said, they have no stuns on Dire. Like, Storm jumping on people is everything to them.
3 lanes, it looks like, at the moment for Vici, while paiN kind of already had to recover from that bit of a skirmish here. Uh-oh. Laposa. Like, I'm trying to get a deep ward down, but now I ran into trouble here. Looks like Fortio tries to bail him out, but there's just no chance for him to be able to make it out and away. Just gets torched up easily here. And now look who's turning the corner.
Hey.
See Ritsu, but fade is just beelining his way towards the mid lane instead. That's where action's beginning to kick off.
I like how he didn't even, like, move. He just, like, literally sees and just kept walking. Like, didn't even hesitate.
Good day,
like, see you later.
I'll get at you later.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about I'll just black hole you and ruin your game later? And, well, they will get the tier 1. And not only that, they get it bottom as well. So all tier 1s are already down. And paiN, they're struggling. That's the thing. Like, you can't just lose 3 lanes and win a game. You really can't.
You just become a lot more reliant. Yeah, you become a lot more reliant on user error on the other side at that point. And for a lot of these professional teams, once they have these sizable advantage mid lane, jump on the fleet, hopping up and down. Ori tries to get the last hit, but he is able to Icarus dive out from trouble. Close attempt, but always frisky here is Vici on hard aggressive.
Just thinking, how do they really get banged in this game? I mean, you already have the TB just in the jungle, which is fine. Like, most TBs do like farming the jungle, but has been pretty slow. Like, even right now, you just see it's an Underlord, a Phoenix, and a TB just sitting middle, along with a Dazzle. You don't want to be 4-man middle with this lineup. You don't have gank potential.
We've got a Helm of the Dominator, and he's got a little Purge creep with him.
Oh.
Uh-oh. And him and that creep are in a bit of trouble right now. DY happy to completely move on in, but he actually may end up paying the price here. Draglin left behind, gets burned up there. It's going to be Laposa who picks up the last hit. Still, though, 6k net worth advantage already for Vici.
Yep, usually getting a pan, you're like, oh man, there we go, we got one of the cores. But it's just a DY. It's just old DY.
Yo.
He's like I said, he's a 1 in 15 type player. He wins. I'm not blaming him either. He wins games. He does his job. He plays that sacrificial 6, and getting that panda kill, it doesn't do anything for him. Just gives him some gold.
Fortunately, he had a little bit more money. He could have some sort of mana supply to at least reliably get his ultimate off to really make him work for it, but in that case, obviously, it was not available to him. Seeing some pressure here coming out from the top lane at the moment from fade, and then there's the Batrider. Hog tying up and lassoing the little birdie. Burns him on up. Takes him on down.
Nothing, man. Vici, they're looking a lot better than they did during group stage. If I recall, they did get 2-0'd by EG. I mean, obviously EG a very good team, but they're just playing like clockwork here. Middle.
Paparazzi diving on forward, seeing an opportunity to make a go for 40R, and Laposa a bit, starts stalking him out. There's help on the way. Yang's there. Obviously no lasso, but will be there as an assistant.
Because that aggressive weave, even Morph, like, the whole thing, Morph has a ton of armor. You get that weave, and he was at like he was just at like 4 armor. You just can't push there. So
no, not
decent ult middle there from the Dazzle. I mean, you don't. It's one of the lowest cooldown ults in the game.
Good old DY here. His team, I mean, the Monkey King just dipped. They're confident to kind of hang out through the front and get the finish on this tier 2. More money in the bank coming away of Vici Gaming. The rich get richer. They're okay with it.
They're just playing so perfectly. Now Ritsu in trouble. See you later, my friend.
Both of them go down. We see a simultaneous breakdown as the Laposa drop is also there. Obviously, without the shallow grave, still continues to get easily handled. Finished off. Saw the Wukong and also committed to get to finish on Ritsu.
That's the problem. Where does TB go? Like, you want to be farming in the Radiance jungle of TB right now, but because Vici is so far ahead and they actually have the mobility of a Morph, a Bat Rider, and a Monkey King, like, they can actually play 3 different spots on the map, and they can punish you.
You were calling last game on more of those base wards. Well, look at Grant who's doing it. Vici Gaming.
Yes.
They have entry point wards for that top lane exit and for their own jungle. So if they don't see Ritsu over there, they know where Ritsu is, and they're going to go take care of it. So
it looks like DY listening. I don't know, just base wards. It's a lot like Tinker wards. Oh, they might find Ori. This would be a nice pickup.
all right, this could be a bit of a turn. Yeah, with that Phoenix, they certainly should be able to guarantee it, I'd imagine. That is money in the bank, you know, with this kind of a sizable net worth advantage already. There's a little bit of a rubber band, just a little one.
I don't know. We talked about DY's laning Strohs, but look at his warding. He has that ward in the base, and then he has that one over by like the Dire Ancients by middle. And I think, does that Sentry see it? I actually can't tell.
It is really
It looks
close.
like it does, but they just don't have the vision for it.
I think it's right on the line, so it should be seen. But
and
yeah,
you don't have the vision, right? Because it's on the high ground. DY's warding, you know, that's it. You know, he's a good late game and he's a good warder. You can only have 2 of the 3 maybe. The laning phase, we'll see.
You'd be too good at that point. You'd be like FY or something like that. So we can't have that. Here, paiN trying to push themselves back up to the high ground. They see an approach coming for the mid tier 2, but they're a bit suspect. The team fight is still super strong. Vici's side. Bat Rider's got the lasso ready in his back pocket.
I mean, Morphling turned into the Underlord, so you have even more there. He just plays down all that, has the aura as well. And you do keep the aura when you change back to Morph. I thought someone was asking that. That's pretty damn good.
That's just a free 30 bonus damage for getting that too. Oh, Phoenix easily going to be finished off now. Did not have the egg, but still just a sacrifice, unfortunately. Mighty Vici Gaming.
I just don't know, like, you have an Underlord for your high ground defense, but get him.
You have an Underlord, not for long. They try to jump in and go for him. First one down. Tries to slowly waddle himself inside. It looks like he should be safe.
Looks like he had that centaur, so it probably pretty tough kill him. Now Ritsu is farming bottom as well as the jungle while they are committed 5 middle, so Ritsu's happy. I mean, obviously not with the whole scope of this game, but he finally gets some farm.
He's trying his best to be able to be some sort of wild card for the team to be able to pull it back. They have wards down there to be able to scout any entrances coming in from Vici if they try to get a sneaky approach, but you know, Vici are more content on kind of going for the objectives at hand. They get through their business in the mid lane, and looks like they're shifting all the way up north to consider a grab on to CCNC, but he's extra elusive to be the easy pick. But more so if they could, again, force him away from lanes and force him away from kills or farm. That's good for them.
I was interested to see, DY should be okay here, yeah. He has ulti too. I was curious to see how his micro is, but you know what? Well, we still haven't seen him cast an ulti yet. Bottom. Next down.
Committed. Diving forward. Paparazzi's not going to get hit with it with the timing of that waveform. Does not matter. They run right back out the other side. Feeling good for Vici there.
Surprisingly though, no one does die from paiN X, so in 40R, he is the only one middle just farming. But now, the siege unit should actually get a decent amount of damage in the top wave. Top lane, sorry. No one's defending it from Dire, so Radiant knows something's up. They're like, why is no one defending their base top when a siege unit is just pummeling it?
I know, even CCNC just quickly jumped to the bottom lane. They're trying to make something happen there instead, but you got to be careful. There's a black hole available. Fleet shows up, but yeah, like you said, no egg. Could be quick rotisserie chicken here for your Phoenix, and it looks like that is going to be the case. CCNC tries to jump in from the side, but this fight might be too little. Jump lasso, but quick jump out from CCNC. They're not done chasing, though.
And ult.
They might have to just settle for Laposa. He's like, not even worth the lasso. Just burn him up, boys. Look for the next target.
He has a stun.
Yeah, okay. Double kill for Paparazzi. Yang still looking forward for the setup. Even with DY with the Bears. Maybe even cycling up a new potential grab, but here they get a hold of 40R and finish him off as well. That one also goes to Paparazzi, now claiming the triple kill.
Ritsu and CCNC do end up killing Ori. I mean, obviously, that's why 3 of their heroes died, but at least you get that. Ritsu continues to farm. I mean, honestly, at this point, it really is. It's just, Ritsu, can you farm without dying? You're our only hope.
No, though, there's just...
It's so hard.
You think about the cumulative farm for the whole team of Vici Gaming, it just means they have so many more tools and options to just make the Terrorblade not a good, strong factor in these fights, whether it's tossing them up in the air, lassoing them up, hitting with a black hole.
great. We haven't seen a... That was the first Pandol we saw. We haven't seen a Black Hole. It is 19 minutes in, and they're winning by 9K without using their big team fight ults. That's how good it's going for Vici.
Factor of having it, obviously, is going to force paiN to just play their game, play these team fights quite a bit different.
I mean, honestly, the only true cancel they have of that Black Hole is Storm zipping over and pulling him from behind. And that is, you never want that to happen. And see you later, Flea. This Paparazzi has a, look at this farm. He has a Lincoln's Morbid Treads. Before 20 minutes in, that is insane.
Fantastic farm, and he has his eyes on a shotgun buildup. E-Blade coming up next. Be E-Blade or an F-Blade guy?
I think both. It depends what I'm feeling, you know. And I sometimes have a lisp, so I get scared saying F-Blade where I'm just going to mess it up. So I think more of an E-Blade guy.
All right, fair enough. And he's going to have easy firepower to deal with whether it be Dazzle or the Phoenix. Those backliners fall victim to a quick snipe. The Yang now making an easy approach up into the jungle front at this time, further restricting any access to sweet, delicious farm for paiN. All right. Yeah.
And looking, oh, nice stomp there by the 40R Centaur.
Get away from me.
Please, Centaur brethren.
They're all up there. Paparazzi, the lone wolf down here, though. Like, I'll be a Phoenix.
Sure, why not?
Uh-oh. But Icarus ties himself out from trouble. The Lincoln stops him from now. Now can they follow up with even further damage? No, he's able to wait for him to the low ground and make it away. There's not enough catch to be able to stop him.
Oh my god. Centaur had the stomp, the Helmet of Dominator Centaur had to stomp up in 1 second. I think they might have actually had a chance of getting that kill, but it was on cooldown. Oh no.
Grab, lasso, pull out from the safety of your own home and into the arms of my Wukong's command. Easy finish right there of the big Underlord, and now we have Vici Gaming knocking at the front door, making a nice little approach.
This feels like a working right now, an absolute working.
A working.
This feels like, you know, you go to, I don't even know. It's bad for paiN.
Vici are working and twerking, I guess. And they are. Jumped in from CCNC, jumped right back out, but they're just going to heal on up.
DY, look at that. Okay, I'm watching DY right now with the pan. He just splits and see how this mic throw is. All right.
Sends in the little storm bear, and then he's dead.
He's just dead. Didn't even get the tornado off. But whatever, they get some damage on that tier 3, and I mean they're in no rush. I mean, maybe they technically have better late game on paiN, but they're so far ahead on Vici. It would take like a 50 to 60 minute game, it feels like, to win this if you're paiN. So there's no reason to rush right now.
The second, ouch! CCNC tries to walk up the it's like an Indiana Jones booby trap was right there waiting for him.
You just die. And now I said 50 to 60, make it 60 to 70. Like every death on Storm just sets him back more and more time. Going Bloodstone again, I mean, you kind of have to, but it's not sure what it can do. And Yang has played so well.
Very LGD-esque, the way they like have such a commanding lead, and then they hold their positioning all around the outside of paiN, like those sharks, you know, just like, don't try to come out here. We'll smell the blood in the water and take you out.
Yep, and it's all about this warding again. Like, Dire has 2 wards out, but they're not in the best spots. Like, Dire doesn't really want to be down in that bottom lane anymore. That's where all their wards are.
Roche, it looks like, here for Vici.
Okay, DY, you got to pop her up, step back for half a second, let DY tank. There you go. I mean, they're taking either way.
Yeah,
sorry.
CCNC's back, but obviously there's no Hail Mary Grand Theft Aegis play, it looks like here. Instead, they're moving as a 5-man towards the bottom. It looks like a smoke setup, possibly a wraparound play onto Vici Gaming, but I imagine if this goes south, we could be in for a quick one.
Yeah, we could. Especially with this Aegis, they're actually not scared. They can, if they win one fight, your base is gone. Like, both teams have that, right? The Morphling and TB, you lose one team fight, see you later base.
Scouting the high ground is Yang. The sticky. Oh, they're going to see the Dazzle. He tried to go up there to go for a D ward, but will be easily punished for it. Obviously, the rest of paiN will see what's happening from behind. But they got to get back, because here's Vici again, down that mid lane. Base is in trouble.
They found one, though.
Yeah, they did. They get a scrappy little grab onto Ori.
Do you want to use it?
And, yeah, he will.
He does. I don't think he had to there because the mech was coming, but a little miscommunication. Not the biggest deal, obviously, but just make it a little scary. And Ori, they just kill Flea, instant buyback, and this is, as you said last game, this is the beginning of the end, or the end of the end.
Whatever it may be. The end of times is here, possibly for paiNX, and their end of the road for them at this major if they cannot hold the line. It looks like the racks fall. Just one. UCNC trying to go for a scrappy grab. The man who has yet to use a black hole still holds it in his pocket.
Will he? No, doesn't want to use it there either. Nah, we're good.
Got a pipe still. Doesn't. Oh, there he pops it, trying to avoid the sunray damage, but it's not going to be enough. He'll get the Enigma off the table. No black hole going to be there at all.
Who gets DY, and they're just gonna have to back out. You still gotta be careful.
Oh, good tree. Wait, how did he fall from the tree right there? He started his Wukong's command, and then somehow the tree just got taken down.
Was it the Firefly?
I guess the Firefly took him off the tree, and he fell.
Bud.
And now he could be in trouble himself. Dying on board. He has to slide on out, gets the assistance with that force staff, but the chase is on from CNC, and he managed to pay him for it, but Fade's there. He's got that black hole. He doesn't want to use it. Finally drops it, but no one's there to get caught with it. The first black hole of the game finds nobody, unfortunately.
Oh, Fade. And hey, there you go. 2 decent pickups. Oh, never mind.
Okay, well.
I actually said, you know, if they can somehow turtle and base a little longer, but Ritsu dying there adds another 10 minutes to the, you know, when they come online, and that's rough. A decent fight, though. I don't know. paiNX took and, oh, Flea almost kills Paparazzi, but he's just getting baited in. Paparazzi's toying. It actually feels like he's toying with him right now.
Yeah, I'm almost dying. Come get me.
Yeah, I got you instead. Yeah. So who bought back there? Looked like it was it just Flea? It was Flea, Fade. That was it. All right.
Yeah. Flea and Fade. Well, I guess for paiNX, because of that skirmish, they are going to hold on to a little bit longer here, but...
And there you see, watch, here we go, like, he gets graved, like, I'm going to get this guy, you're not getting away. Ooh, whoa!
And just jump out at that second. It's that hair too late to drop the BKB down and get the secured finish, unfortunately.
And you know, if, like, you're in a close game and you do that, you're like, gosh darn it. But in a game like that, I bet all 5 of them laughed. Like, honestly, I mean, they know how far ahead they are. I'm sure they just laughed, but...
Yeah, even with the Wukong thing, there would have been a Wukong's command with that fight, but he fell on his ass, unfortunately. Was not able to get it off. Doesn't mean he still has it, though, for maybe even this fight.
The 2-man weave. Oh, whoa.
Oh, you actually had the egg to survive that one. Try to turn it back and around. That's going to be Paparazzi Lincoln Sphere.
I think you have to save Poison Touch to cancel the Lincolns, because you need the Electric Vortex there to pull in that Morphling.
Yeah. Paparazzi snipes the Underlord for the benefit of his quick spam of this wave. Now Ori dishes out the Wukong's command. He's going to be making quick work of 40R. He's just easily put down. And then they get back at prize at hand, which is going to be the tier 3 and the racks. paiNX on their last potential legs here. I know Rich has been frantically pushing out that bottom lane, just accepting the fact that they're not going to have a valuable defense for this top lane. Have to sack it.
Yeah, he gets to tier 2. He's going to... I don't think he can push base, because like most of Radiant backed out, so he needs to be a little bit worrisome. Oh. Yang actually... more. Paparazzi and Yang. I was just watching Yang going from behind, actually.
Lots of damage here on the mid lane. Looks like they should be able to get DY down and finish. Paparazzi also quite low, but he is looking to shoot on down Laposa. Laposa, though, with a quick grave. Looking to make Paparazzi work for it, but that's a Morphling. He is morphing up a lot of the life. They will manage to break through and at least get the Aegis down.
Ritsu bottom, though. He is going to fall, it looks like. He's 2v1ing these guys. He's like, yo, I'm trying. Oh, no, but Fade makes it a 3-on-1. He has Thunder. He gets it.
All right.
But he's just dead.
Yeah, and the slow turn rate with the sticky is just not helping at all. He almost manages to get Yang. He even gives him the ethereal status so that the reflection will not hit him. Good save right there.
Ritsu's trying, but it feels like the rest of his team kind of just stuck in the base. What are you going to do? DY, only one to die again. You know, he's like, hey, I'm doing my job. Whatever.
Yep.
Kill me all you want. I'm just a sad level 13 panda.
I thought he was going to get a Blink Dagger, but looks like he settled for more utility, grabbing that Vlad's too. But yeah, as we see there, such a commanding advantage right now. 16k gold, 10k XP advantage for Vici Gaming. Well, it feels all but certain it would take a Hail Mary of comeback fights here for paiNX to get it.
Say if like the rosters were changed, right? At least you would have the black hole, you know, you have that big play, but really all they have is that egg, and they don't really big play with eggs. You can just run away.
Oh, CCNC TPing mid lane, gets caught out from Ori. That TP gets canceled. Gonna have to do the long jump back to base himself.
Does have 2 extra Bloodstone charges, surprisingly. So after he got that Bloodstone, he hasn't been dying, which is nice. But guess what? Your last tier 3 is going down here.
Yeah, you got to be able to offer something good here to get Vici out. Good jumping from the base to manage to snipe a huge kill on the paparazzi. That's a 10 kill bounty.
All right, that was definitely a little cocky right there. And
now they
down
gotta back
back.
up.
DY's gonna die here.
Yes, he is. Ori's nearby, and so's coming to Fade with black hole. Fade with a black hole. Trying to find that opening. Gets hit, though. Can't blink in. Still holds the mech. Has to force it out there. Do they want to use it to turn, potentially, or are they feeling already too outnumbered?
That was a nice play by Flea. He actually hit the Bat and the Enigma with his Firefly, or his Icarus dive to cancel both their blinks, so well done. I mean, you give Paparazzi, if you're going to play with full agility, well, you're going to get punished.
Long dive from CCC, and that Fountain just had more than enough firepower to get the finish done, and the misplay there for Vici as they do their siege.
And guess what? Ritsu's in 2nd place on the net worth. Now, I know it's a 13k lead, but he is a farm TB, and he's only 3k below the Morph. That isn't that little. And the Storm as well, 18 Bloodstone charges. And, like, losing game like that, that's a lot of Bloodstone charges.
I mean, them two are definitely like fighting it out with everything they've got. But as I say that, CCNC, who just happened to jump in within that mid lane, realizes that there was an approach right there. Jump, grab, Yang not able to kind of hold in place long enough, but he zips himself into the black hole, dead center up with the Wukong's command on top. The Grave, though, is there for Laposa, and he manages to bail out CCNC, who's going to jump back towards the shrine. They'll make that bird pay, but hey, they can't get CCNC down. He survives through the ultis.
Laposa's trying his best. And look at this. Okay, so top lane, you have a Ritsu illusion. You had a middle lane illusion as well, and bottom lane he's pushing. And Ritsu is just making it so he's just trying to cut all the waves, but it's going to be tough. I mean, I wouldn't say they're back in it, but they have a little glimmer of hope with this farm on their 2 cores and these good grades.
A couple of just fights tilted their way, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, and we see up there Yang again, Fireflies. That's now 2 for 2 on the Firefly, knocking a tree down on your Monkey King.
Oh, no. The anti-synergy between the two heroes.
We've seen that a lot, too. Every time
ridiculous.
we have a Monkey King and Bat, you almost always, you just don't think about it, right? You're like, whatever, I'm going in, boys.
The only thing could be worse, it's like, like Monkey Timber Saw synergy.
I'm coming in. Whoa, okay, never mind.
Oh, it's been, unfortunately, a little bit awkward for Vici. And I guess hopefully for them, those aren't like the little steps that may have ended up costing them this game in the long run. Still quite a journey ahead for paiN, though, to be able to pull this one out. But like you mentioned before, both Ritsu and CCNC doing everything within their power to stay alive, stay afloat, because this is their tournament life. Jump in, grab, good kidnapping here.
That's a good kill.
Yes, it is. Getting rid of that shallow grave. That is going to force paiN to step off.
I want to say that once I've been talking about DY's ward, at that bottom tier 3, actually, he got another great ward that they couldn't get down, and it just gives them all the vision every time when they're setting up. So, DY, going.
And Roche is up soon, so I imagine that's something that Vici are kind of holding out for. It's like 30 seconds, it will respond. So they just kind of claim the area, get a couple of wards down. But you also see wards, paiN's side, so we'll see this approach potentially coming now. Ritsu hanging in lane. Gotta be careful. Oh, stolen. Terrorblade there for Paparazzi, but he's not using the Metamorph yet. He's going to use the Metamorph at Roche, it looks like.
If Ritsu somehow gets level 20, I mean, he's not getting it before this Roche fight, but if he can get it, I mean, just spamming that against Morphling even, because Morphling, obviously, his illusion hurts himself very bad if you're a low HP. Yeah. Being able to spam, that's nice.
Not agree more.
But then again, Morphling can do it back to him because he can steal it. Yeah, we might just have some reflection on reflection going on.
I know the game always loves that.
Oh yeah,
the stability of it.
Yeah. Oh, and here the 5-man smoke from Radiant side. Meanwhile, Dire's 4-man smoked, and this could just be the game. If paiN gets caught out here, they just lose.
If it's a pretty significant fight, we could see start their stuff all the way down to the base to go for the finish. If it's just a decent fight, they could still go back for the Roche and claim that, and then eventually make their approach. So paiN need to just win, and that is their only option. Fight. They are going to consider contesting towards the pit.
Oh, we knocked
That's
down
a weed committed. They hit him with it. That means the Ori's going to get dropped and stunned. Can they finish off this Monkey King real quick? He pops a BKB, unleashes the Wukong's command. They look to step on out. And, well, Paparazzi with his own Metamorph tries to fight him on back. Ritsu stuck inside, stunned up, can't move. Can he get the Sunder off just before he goes down? No! There's a black hole there. They will certainly commit it and guarantee it.
man, if you somehow get that kill on Ori before you get the BKB and his ulti off, that's a 4-on-5 roach fight that you're happy to take. But unfortunately, this is, as I've said, it's a 15k lead, right? So this he has an IF Scotty and a BKB. He's not dying to your puny 15k disadvantage. And now they'll get roach, and they might look to just end it.
It's like another one of the situations like we saw in the last game. It was a great approach from paiN, but at this point, Vici are just too damn swole with too many items, too much durability to be able to get finished off so easily.
And there you see right there, he just jumped in. CCNC did a good job knocking down the tree, but you got the BKB, and once you get that ulti off, you get the plus armor, and there's nothing you can do. And they just perma-stunned Ritsu. They did a very good job of making sure he can't sunder.
Good, 20 seconds. Did have a buyback, but it looks like he will be able to hold on to it here. CCNC needs to do his storm thing, pushing out these waves as best as he can. But they still have that ward vision inside the base here, Grant. Oh, 8 seconds. He actually expired.
They will see. They see Laposa leaving the lane, though.
That's more than enough of a bit of information.
Oh, and I think they know he put that one. I mean, he has a gem on bat. They're going to kill it either way.
Just heavy pressure from the outside by Vici Gaming. Now with the Aegis, it's on them to try to close this one out.
Is another thing, if it does go to the late game, the support's favor. I mean, you have an Enigma with the GPM talent, just his amazing abilities. You have a Panda with the split. It's a lot better than Phoenix and Dazzle again. It just feels like Vici always make sure they have decent late game supports. You never want like a baiN plus another garbage late game.
For sure. Heavy scaling potential here. They pop the pipe to try to resist a lot of the output damage coming in from that Underlord and jump from CCNC to get the catch on the Batrider on the side. They lose ADR. He's going to be forced to buy back. Lasso grab onto CCNC. He's going to have to accept to lose his first life, then come back. But the Bloodstone only puts him about 20 seconds of time on that death timer.
Gone.
Yeah, Paparazzi, who had morphed into the Terrorblade, he uses that extra bit of range and firepower to easily crack the egg, take down, and finish off 4DR. Buyback from Flea, but it's Dieback City here.
Rampage?
This one is all but certain, it would appear. Paparazzi just cleaning house at this point. Vici Gaming feeling confident. Ritsu now metamorphed. He's the final hurrah here for paiN. Can he get something going here on the Paparazzi? Lots of damage. CCNC's there also. They surround the morph. They should be able to get this finish. He's bringing in the gains though. Jumps out in the way. Still has 20 charges even if he needs.
Yep. Nicely done there. There's the black hole just to get Ritsu. He actually hits him out. Paparazzi's like, get out of there.
God damn.
And well, this is going to be the game more than likely.
Oh, it looked like he was going to go for a last ditch up in Sunder. Now has to be forced to buy back. They already have a hold of CCNC though. He does manage to jump out the other side. Ritsu's back, but yep, he does not have that big, scary metamorph though this time. And they've already lost so much inside their base, it looks all but guaranteed.
And at the beginning of that fight, when Storm actually jumped on the bat, it looked like he could have got away, but because, you know, you have that Aether Lens Batrider, the range on your ulti is actually pretty far, and it just secured the kill. I love Aether Lens Batrider. I wish we saw more Ags, but it's just not very good. It's fun.
It is fun,
good.
but you can't really somehow, unless you're just some sort of bad god, can't really always line up those type of shots.
Oh.
But great for Vici. Is that Megas?
Yeah, it sure is.
Yep. But
And I believe everyone on Dire, no one has buyback, yeah. So they can just, you know, regroup, maybe get an extra item, and then just go in, win the game if you're Radiant. You're in no rush now. There's, I would say, 99.999, a couple more nines, like, there's very little chance.
Probably one of their biggest comebacks.
It's only 30k. I mean, we had like 50k or something, but this feels even more insurmountable.
Yeah.
And we see the replay right here. Yang doing a good job. So Storm goes on him, and after the pull, because the Aether like tries to get away, but look at that range.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And they get him.
Yeah. Paparazzi obviously using a lot. Benefit of that extra power coming in from the Terrorblade morph. Forcing them all back. The egg fortunately feels paper mache, as we like to say.
Oh, and they're going in.
All right, lasso grab, looking to go for the final finish onto Ritsu. Shallow Grave is there. Still holds the Sunder if necessary. 40 yards, like, guys, I'll take you 30 feet this way. Let's go.
Okay, reset. We lost the Dazzle, but us four can do it. We've lost our entire base.
Oh, God, the Tear Force to drop. This is the final hurrah, but there's not going to be a say there at all for paiN. This one looks clean and looks all for Vici.
Nice Sunder, actually. They kill Paparazzi. I mean, they still lost the game, but they get Paparazzi with a good Sunder, and good luck next coming from Flea. And, I mean, Vici, they just looked like, I thought, you know, maybe paiN would come in. Vici in the group stage looked a little bit shaky, but just like VP looked shaky as well. They get the 2-0, Vici gets the 2-0, and they just look clean. And obviously paiN X, I would say, is a step down from some of the other teams they've played, but they look good, and you know what? They didn't get last place here, so South America